right, good afternoon, everybody. I feel like a school teacher now. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our head office here at DuePoint. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in on our live stream, wherever you may be in our lovely country. Introduce yourself. We've got Jane on the live chat. Tell us where you are, and I hope you have guests with you. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you as we go through what we call our intro presentation. But it's less an presentation and it is more an invitation. It is a business proposition, because what this presentation is all about is about inviting you to join us to partner in this business that we're going to be discussing for the next 35 minutes. And so I hope to give you enough information that you can make an informed decision today. If you do have any questions, speak to the person that's invited you, because I'm sure someone's introduced you to DuePoint, someone is hosting you. Go have a chat to them once we're done. And you are most welcome to come chat to me if you like afterwards, or chat to Jane if you're on the live chat, and if you have any questions there. All right, so let's begin. As I said, you're at our head office. DuePoint is a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So we're actually a registered insurance company. We've been in business for nearly 70 years, so we are a very well-established business. However, DuePoint is fairly new. So we were formed about 3.5 years ago. In February 2016, we opened our doors to the public. And I'm going to go through some of the factors that led to the formation of this business, because it'll give you very much a good sense of what DuePoint is trying to achieve. Because if I'm inviting you to partner with us in this business, then you need to know what this business is all about, right? Beyond just why you're here. And I know why you're here. You're here because you're interested in making money, but you have to have a greater sense of what this business is all about. So I'm going to go through that to give you a little bit of context. So we created this business with the fundamental aspiration of creating social impact. We wanted to create a business that was able to empower people to empower themselves from a financial point of view, right? That's why you're here. You're here for the money. I'll just say it a little more eloquently. And so what we did was we created a business very much centered around social entrepreneurship, where we're able to invite members of community, of the public, of South Africans into this business, to allow them to come join us, to partner with us in this business. And your mandate becomes, so what we want you to do in this business is to help us grow a greater business in South Africa. When we talk about the aspiration, having this aspiration of creating not social entrepreneurship, but social impact, we want that social impact to reach every corner of South Africa. And so we need your help to do that, because we've decided not to do any marketing. Right, we've taken that portion of our budget, all that money in our other businesses that we typically spend on marketing and advertising, we've taken that portion of the budget and we've offered it to you in the partnership. But your mandate becomes to go out and tell people about DuePoint, the same way you were introduced to DuePoint, right? And if we can build a greater business together, you get to create a stake for yourself in this business. And that is where the empowerment comes from. And so if you're able to create what we call a channel of distribution, that is your stake in our business, a channel of distribution, then you get to share in the benefits that this business produces. Our greatest aspiration is to create wealthy individuals in our business, right? That's why we call it a wealth creation business. And the benefits associated to the system that we've created, one, allows you to create additional income for yourself, right? That answers the first question, why are you here? Yes, we're here to create income for ourselves, but the nature of the income is very important to understand, because we're one of the very few businesses that create true recurring income. I know a lot of businesses bandy around this term, come create passive income, annuity income. Right? I've been involved in business for myself for the last 25 years. I understand very clearly the difference between passive income or recurring income and what is not passive income. Right? We are all outside of passive income because we are employed. I assume we're all employed. And we are very much constrained to activity, because unless you're doing something, unless you're actually working, unless you are productive, you're not going to earn yourself any income, right? That is a constraint, because it means that you have to be doing something, you have to be working, you have to have a job to create income. Here at DuePoint, we actually free you of that constraint, because you get to share in the book value that we create as an insurance company And a book value is a true form of annuity income, right? The other businesses I ran in my past, we never created recurring income. I had to chase income every single month, like many of us, whether you're employed or whether you're involved in your own business, you've got to chase a number every single month, right? Here at DuePoint, you don't have to do that because you get to share in the value of an asset that produces income. We can close our doors today here at DuePoint, at Constantia. We will still draw income for the next couple of years because we have a book value. We've got a true asset that creates recurring income. And you get to share in that here at DuePoint. You also get to the opportunity of building a team around you that can help you build your channel of distribution, can help you spread the word of DuePoint, help you introduce more people much faster than you can on your own, right? We call that the power of duplication. I'll show that to you when I show you what a channel of distribution looks like. But that means that your income here at DuePoint can grow exponentially, right? Not like our salaries. How much has your salary gone up in the last 7 years? Right? Not much. If you're lucky, you're one of those people that maybe got a little bit of percentage increase every single year just to mitigate inflation. But here at DuePoint, there's actually no limit to how quickly your income can grow. And then we've invested a lot of money in technology because we want business to be easy and simple and convenient for you to conduct. And we leverage that through technology. Technology makes business easier. And so we are very much focused on technology that's at our disposal. We are streaming this presentation to the entire country globally. We've got a mobile app that you can run your entire business from. You can build this business at any time of the day, anywhere in the country. Right? There could be someone watching us sitting on the toilet right now. That's how flexible we are here at DuePoint. Right? You laugh, but it's true. Don't tell Jane you're watching from the toilet. Even though our business has got wealth creation in mind, at the same time, something that complements wealth creation most certainly is wealth protection. And you'll see that in our products, but we've got a service that's available for every single wealth engineer that's active in our business called our Legal Access Service, and that gives you access to a lawyer 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. Right? That time when you're in jail and you need to call a lawyer, you're going to be so thankful you're an active wealth engineer here at DuePoint. And so that's a wonderful service that all our wealth engineers get free of charge, absolutely free of charge. Our business has purposely been designed to be very low risk because remember our primary aspiration, to create social impact. We can't create social impact. We can't benefit and help and empower people and their families and their lives if we attach a price tag to the opportunity. I don't want you to have to consider doing DuePoint with any fear in your heart. Even if you're skeptical today, even if you think, oh, this sounds great, but I don't know what to do, you can still join this business because there's nothing to lose. Right? We don't have registration fees. We don't have starter kits. There's no boxes of product outside that you have to take home today. We've designed this business to be very low risk so that it can become accessible to as many people as possible, so that we can answer that primary aspiration of creating social impact in this country, to be the solution in this country. Right? And that's what we want your help to do. And then at the same time, there's no qualifications or experience requirements in this business. And then for me, probably the most important benefit is the ability to build an asset that you have ownership over. Ownership is so key. None of us have ownership. Who's got shares in the businesses that they work for? No shares? What about profit share? Do you at least have profit share in the businesses you work? If the business does well, does your boss say, the business has done well this month, I'm going to pay you extra? We never get to share in the upside of business, right? Here at DuePoint, you become accountable to the success you have in this business. And you have ownership over the channel of distribution that you help build within this business. I said to you, you get a stake in DuePoint. That means you get to enjoy every upside. When your channel grows, when your stake grows, your income goes up. Because it's an asset that you have legal tender over, it means this business will never retrench you. Who can say that about their day jobs? Who's guaranteed never to get retrenched? None of us, right? This business will never retire you. Whose income is going to end when they get to 60, 65? Like my father, like my mother-in-law, and both of them can't afford retirement. What does that mean? And by the way, that's a statistic that includes 95% of South Africans who can't afford retirement. That's 60, 65-year-olds getting to a position where they go, I have to go look for another job. That's reality for the vast majority of us, right? And because there's so many jobs available in South Africa, you think those 65-year-olds are going to go find a job easily? We don't want you to be part of that statistic. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you work for 45 years for somebody else? 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. For 45 years, you're going to work for somebody else with what prospect to show for it when you get to retirement? And so now I'm going to ask you, why don't you look at a business where you get to build something that you have ownership over? That at the end of the day, when you get to 60, 65, you know DuePoint's going to pay you through your 60s, through your 70s, through your 80s, through your 90s, through your 100s. And when you die at 132, that asset hasn't disappeared. You have created wealth in your lifetime. An asset that belongs to you, that you get to seed in your will. You get to say, I hand my DuePoint channel of distribution over to my children, to my grandchildren. That is what is called legacy. And that is what we are offering here at DuePoint. Your ability to empower yourself with dignity to build something that you own. That is true wealth, where you get to enjoy the upside of business. All right, where you get to take control over your income. And then finally, we don't have any selling involved here at DuePoint. I know all of you, before you came here, you were asking that person, what are we selling there at that business? Tell me, what is the product? What do I need to put in my boot in my garage at home now that I'm involved in this business? There is no selling here at DuePoint. Remember, I'm going to go back to what I told you at the beginning. Your mandate becomes only to go share the good news of this business, the opportunity that exists for people in South Africa when there's so little of it, right? That is your only mandate, to connect people, to convince them. Come sit down for 35 minutes and see what this business is about. I'm not here to convince you. You just get them to sit their bum in the chair or on the live stream and watch what we have to offer. They get to make the decision, right? At the same time, our products are financial products, so they're intangible. That's why I said there's no boxes anywhere here at DuePoint. We've got systems that take care of everything in the cloud. You never have to bat an eyelid over product or have to worry about product ever again. And so the business becomes very convenient, but your success is very much dependent on your ability to build this thing called a channel of distribution by you going out and speaking to people. That's all you have to do. Everyone can do this business. Everybody. We don't care about your background, your education, your work experience. It doesn't matter. Everyone can do this business because you're only required to go speak to people. And if you go speak to people, statistically, people will join DuePoint because the necessity exists in this country. And this little example, we've got 5 people that have joined your channel of distribution. And guess what those 5 people are going to go do? The same thing you're doing. They're going to go out and connect other people. But there's always one lazy one. See that one there? Didn't do anything. Still sitting on the couch today. But the other 4 went out and started connecting other individuals, right? And that is where the power of duplication comes to show itself. As I said, it shows you that you get to enjoy collaboration, working with other people, right? And this is what your channel could look like. Every single dot represents a product owner. This is the stake you're building in an insurance company. This pays you every single month. This can grow every single month. Imagine how much this can grow in 40 years. You're going to put 45 years into building someone else's wealth. What about your wealth? What can you do in 45 years? How big can this channel of distribution become if you commit 45 years to it? Knowing that you own it, you can sell it, never retrenches you, it won't retire you, it'll pay and pay and pay. It might even pay your grandchildren beyond death one day. Isn't that something great, right? Something that you can aspire to? I hope so. People want to understand, well, how do we pay our wealth engineers every single month? It is a very simple table. It's based on a fee of R27.50 that we pay for every product that you have in your qualified channel. So remember the first 5 people you introduced, we call that your first point, right? So over there, that's your first point. Anyone you introduce to DuePoint personally falls on your first point. And we actually pay you double the R27.50 on your first point. So you're earning 55 Rand for every successful product payment on your first point. So if you had 10 people on your first point, you'd be earning 550 Rand every single month, right? Those people go out and connect people onto your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn 55 Rand. And then those people go out and connect people on your third point, and you earn back to the 27 Rand 50. And the product starts getting further away from you. That multiplier reduces to 4% by 0.8. Right? As your channel grows and grows and grows, and that product gets further away from you. But we don't limit the size of your channel. That's why there's a plus sign next to the 8. So there's no limitation to the size of your channel. It means there's no limitation to how much of a stake you can build in this business. And we don't limit how much money you can earn. If you want the biggest channel here at DuePoint, it's up to you. We won't limit the size of your business here at DuePoint. Right? That accountability falls squarely on your shoulders. That is a good thing, because now for the first time you actually have control over your income. Where we don't, right? We feel out of control today. People will still understand, well, how much money can I earn in the short term? How much money do people earn in this business? How much activity is required? What can I expect in 6 months or in a year's time if I do this business? So we built a 5-year journey so that you can see what you could possibly earn. Right? The activity around this person is that they're able to connect 2 people every single month into the business. So 2 brand new people personally on your first point that you connect. Right? After 6 months of doing that, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. Now you can make the mistake of thinking that's not a lot of money. But the beauty of recurring income is that it gives you amazing leverage. Right? If you know you've got money coming into your account every single month from DuePoint, I hope it doesn't make you think, ooh, my lifestyle's going to increase. I'm going to look fancy. I'm going to go to more lunches. I'm going to spend more. Right? I hope that you see the opportunity of getting rid of your debt. Because if you want to become a wealthy individual, and we want you to become wealthy individuals in this business, you have to get rid of your debt first. You can't be wealthy and owe other people money. Right? And so little 2,500 Rand can do that for you. 10,000 Rand a month, close to 10,000 Rand after 12 months of doing this business. After 24 months, you could be close to 28,000 Rand a month. 3 years into the business, you'll be close to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years into the business, close to 70,000 Rand a month. And then after 5 years, you'll be around 85,000 Rand a month, which is about R1,000,000 a year. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, because none of us can believe that we could earn on our side business, where there's no selling required, 85,000 Rand a month. That's why it's very important for me to show you people doing the business. Because the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. And these people have tasted the pudding. So let's see. We've got Yolandi de Toy. She's from Ermelo. She's been in the business for 6 months. So she's kind of on target with what we showed you previously. Value of 2,500 Rand in her channel. She's got 64 product owners in her channel. She's introduced 25 people personally, right? So those 64 people fall over 5 points. She only brought in 25. The 25 helped her find the other 40 or so. That is leverage. She didn't do the 64 on her own. She got a team of people, and they worked together to build a channel for her that affords her a monthly return of close to 2,500 Rand a month. And she is so excited about this job. She does 4 jobs, by the way. You can go watch her video testimony on YouTube. She's doing 4 jobs. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. She's got a side job. She's got kids, and she does DuePoint. And she can do DuePoint any time of the day. Then we've got Teresa Lillis. She's from Knysna in the Western Cape. Her channel value is sitting at nearly 5,000 Rand, but she's been with us for quite a long time, 2.5 years. But if you go watch her testimony, she'll say to you, I got distracted. I joined the business 2.5 years ago. I put some effort in, and then I was moving from PE to Knysna. I forgot about the business. She did nothing. Do you think we paid her while she was doing nothing? We did pay her while she was doing nothing. Why did we pay her while she was doing nothing? Because we pay her for the channel she built, not for her activity. This is not a job. This is not commission. This is not sales. This is the ability to build something that pays you. And she built something, and we paid her every single month, even though she did nothing. But in the last 3 months, she's been very active. And she's been able to triple her income in the last 3 months. Right? Why? Because she's just being more active. She's meeting her team every single week. She's more engaged with the business. She has control over her income. We have got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everybody is different. You're at liberty to decide what you want out of this business. So you get to decide that, right? I want your imagination to run wild today. Because the economy says, no, you're not allowed to have imagination. Your boss says, no imagination for you. Here at DuePoint, you can have anything you want. I hope you get to understand that in this presentation and take it to heart. On top of our returns program, we've got a rewards program. The rewards program rewards you when your channel size gets to certain milestones, right? So most of the milestones, we call them ranks, most of the ranks give you extra cash, once-off cash checks. But there are a lot of them that aren't cash checks. I'm going to show you a couple of them quickly. At rank 5, we've got a business toolkit value of 12 Rand made up of our DuePoint merchandise, right? We were talking to Donnie this morning about the power of perception. And that when you go out and you speak to people about DuePoint, you represent DuePoint, right? And so you've got to look professional. Get the merchandise from day one, would be my suggestion. At rank 7, we get very special business cards manufactured for you for that same reason, perception, creating an amazing first impression when you go speak to people. Because those business cards that we get you cost us 17,000 Rand to manufacture for one set of cards. Imagine putting a 17,000 Rand business card in someone's hand. Do you know what happens in that moment? You set yourself apart from all the other business opportunities that person's seen. Because all the other business opportunities in South Africa, they got the 299 Rand cards from the corner shop. Right? Business is always begins with first impressions. Then at rank 9, we get to bring you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. By this stage, you've got 1,000 products in your qualified channel. So you're earning close to 20,000 Rand a month at this stage. And you get to join us at a 5-star luxury resort for 7 days, and it's all expenses paid trip. We fly business class only at DuePoint. We pick you up from your house. You don't spend a cent. You don't spend a cent. We want you to taste what it tastes like to be wealthy. Right? So you might be thinking, oh, this is just nice because I get to go on holiday with my family. No, this is much bigger. This is to open your eyes up to what DuePoint wants for you permanently. Right? Because this is our little conference. We're only at rank 9. The program goes up to rank 28. We're only at 9. So take a look. We've documented the last 2 trips. Cheers. They've both been in Mauritius. The third one's about to come up, and it's also going to be in Mauritius. They're all different resorts. See, even the babies sit in business class. Thank you. So how does that look? The record to rank 9 is 5 months. Imagine in 5 months' time you're earning 20,000 Rand and you know DuePoint's going to take your family to Mauritius every single year for the rest of your life. It's not once off. It's every year for the rest of your life. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car. We go buy that car cash. You tell us which car you want. We go buy the car cash. DuePoint pays for it. It's put in your name, and you get to drive that car home, park it in your garage, knowing there's no debit order at the end of the month. Who would like a brand new car with no debit order at the end of the month? Me too. Tired of paying debit orders for everything. So as I said, the rewards program goes up to rank 28. So we've only shown you the first third. Wealth engineers have done this in under 24 months. It's available. You can take as long as you want. We don't reset you. As if you're building your channel little bit, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, one day you will get there. You can do it fast. You can do it slow. It's up to you. But our business is very much built on our products. And our products also speak to wealth creation and necessity and wealth protection and accessibility. Right? We've designed products to be accessible to everyone at the same price. No discrimination against your age, no discrimination against your health. I've got some friends. I've got a friend who I cycle with. He's fit. He can come do a 200-kilometer ride with us. But because he's diabetic, he can't get life insurance. Right? That's called discrimination. So let's go through our products. Access Wealth is our first product. Insurance and an investment product rolled into one. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. The investment portion is 100 Rand, which will be contributed into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. The insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. So you have insurance and investment in the single product Access Wealth for 324 Rand. And anyone over the age of 18 can take out this product, right? We don't want to know about your health. We don't care if you're 70. The price is the same for everybody. Same with Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is insurance only. It's going to cost you only 249 Rand. It gives you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Right? So this is only insurance, only personal accident death cover. There you see, no medical ever. We don't care about your blood sugar when you put in a claim. You remember the stories on the radio a couple of months back about moaning about people's blood sugar upon claims. Family Wealth is our funeral cover product. Amazing funeral cover product. Probably the best in South Africa. For 299 Rand, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to an additional 5 family members. You as the principal member get up to 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection upon your death too. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand. You can increase it up to 10 family members. And there again, no excluded pre-existing conditions. The age limit is 70 on this. But once you're in, if you're undercover on this product before the age of 70, we will make it a whole of life product, which means you can live to 120 and you'll still be covered by Family Wealth. Right? We've tried to remove the discrimination from our products. We try to make the products the same price for everybody. And then we have our Legal Guard product, new product that we launched last month. It's going to cost you 249 Rand. You get 250,000 Rand legal indemnity per matter with this Legal Guard product, right? And they also give you services around a host of legal requirements. They will even go to CCMA matters with you. They'll help you with agreements, with contracts. Everything legal is covered with our Legal Guard product, right? So this product is very much built with wealth protection in mind. Right? Legal indemnity up to the value of 250,000 Rand. Wealth Points. Wealth Points is going to cost you 299 Rand a month. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. You think of all the money you spend every single month. With this product, we hope that you can lower the amount of money you're spending every single month. Why? Because we've gone to all those businesses that you see listed there, and we've negotiated discounts and services from them, which you get to enjoy. And so we've got a lovely story from Zacchaeus, who I was speaking about earlier today. He lives in Bombela. He wanted to buy a new Ford. He phoned there, Eagle Ford, see one of the partners, probably the best dealership in the country. They organized him a new car, gave him a 40,000 Rand discount, and they drove the car to Bombela to deliver it to him. Right? So that's a great example of how our Wealth Points program works. We've got training on all our products that have been updated recently. So go watch the training because it'll give you a much deeper sense of appreciation for the value of the products that we've designed specifically for wealth engineers in this business and for South Africans as a whole. The Achiever Quest is for people that want to earn money quickly, right? Our business is not about getting rich quick. You cannot get rich quick. It is impossible. You can make once-off income quick. But if you want to build wealth has to be built in a sustainable fashion. It takes a long time, but it's worthwhile because it's sustainable, right? But we've got the Achiever Quest for those people that want money quickly, right? And so the Achiever Quest allows you to earn up to 15,000 Rand on top of your returns and rewards. But you've got to go put in the work. If you can connect 10 new people in 1 month, we will give you an extra 5,000 Rand. If you can do 20 people, we'll give you an extra 10,000 Rand that month. If you do 30 people, we'll give you an extra 15,000 that month. And you can do this every single month. Every single month going forward, right? If you put that work in. A little bit of background on our business. I mentioned earlier that we're a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. I mentioned Constantia is a registered insurance company, which we are. We're also listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. So we are a public company that gets audited publicly every single year. Because we're an insurance company, we are regulated. We're also part of the DSA and the DMA, right? I tell you these things because when you walk out of here, I don't want you skeptical. You might still be a little bit skeptical. You might have arrived here very skeptical. I've got no problem with that. How do you get rid of skepticism? Skepticism is premised on, I'm not sure, I don't know, right? There's an issue of trust with regards to skepticism. How do you address that? You address it through knowledge, through information. And so if you are skeptical, go do a background check. Go to the DuePoint site. Go to the Constantia site. We've been around for 70 years. You can go look at a 70-year track record and go, should there be anything here that I should be worried about? Go to the FSCA website, the regulator site. Type in Constantia. Look at all our financial licenses we have in place. Know that myself and Brendan have got personal liability in this business. What does that mean? I can go to jail if I do anything bad. I can get a 5 million Rand personal fine if I do anything bad. That should be great for you guys, right? That should make you feel safer when you engage with this business. Because ultimately what I want to happen is that you feel proud of the partnership that you enter into. Because you can be proud, right? And you should also feel safe when you have the responsibility of connecting other people to this business, right? You don't want to be a little bit skeptical when you tell other people, oh no, it's a great business, come join. There mustn't be skepticism. Right? So go do your homework, go do a background check. There's the FSP number that we operate under. All those licenses are on display outside in the foyer. And so the decision I want you to make is one of intention. The decision slide is not about, oh, who wants to join? I don't care about that question. Remember, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to give you information to connect the people that go, this looks great, I want to be part of it. And for those people, the decision I want you to make is an intentional one. How are you going to tell someone about DuePoint this afternoon? How do you fit this business into your life going forward? That's the decision I want you to make. You need to make room. You need to prioritize this business. Why? Because this business will save your life. It will. I'm not being flippant about it. Speak to anyone who's been retrenched and what that feels like. Speak to anyone who gets to retirement and realizes they can't afford retirement. This is the business that answers all those negative statistics that we are all encumbered with in the circumstance that we find ourselves in today. Easy steps to getting started. Go register as a wealth engineer, right? The person that's hosting you will help you do that. It's a 5-minute process. Download the DuePoint app onto your mobile phone. Go watch the training videos. Go educate yourself about the business. It'll take you about a month to become an expert at DuePoint. That's not long, is it? Think about these kids doing 5-year, 3, 5, 6, 7-year degrees, and they can't find jobs when they come out of that. And the expense of all of that. And then go connect 3 people. You want to start earning as quickly as you can in this business. You only start earning once you've connected 3 people. We don't pay for 1, we don't pay for 2, we pay when you have your 3rd person in, right? Because when you get an SMS from the bank saying your bank account has been credited, when you see that money arrive in your bank account from DuePoint, that's the first time you become a true believer in this business. Yes? And believers are builders. You've got to do the same thing for the people you bring in. Get them to earn as quickly as possible. Start at 3 people. Cape Town Encounter, wonderful encounter happening down in the Western Cape. Opportunity for you to build your channels in the Western Cape. No expense to you. All you have to do is phone people, invite them to the encounter. Brendan's going down there. He will make believers out of those people that you get sent there. He will help you start earning money out the Western Cape. So go take advantage of that. You register on our website. Those are the social media channels we're available on. The app is available for Apple and Android devices. And then I spoke about the importance of getting merchandise for yourself. Business cards, a pen, maybe a notepad. Because when you walk into a room, you need to separate yourself from all those other business opportunities out there, right? You've got to be and look like DuePoint. And if you look around, we set a high standard, right? So go onto our website, click on the store button. You can order merchandise for yourself. We deliver it anywhere in the country. And with that, I thank you for your time this afternoon. It's almost time for lunch, for me anyway. And I wish for every audience that I get to address, who's given me their time to come watch this, I wish for you that this year you will find prosperity. In the 2 months that are left of this year, you can find prosperity, believe it or not. You can be earning money out of DuePoint next month, and the month after that, you can give yourself a bonus in December, another bonus in January, another bonus in February. That's what we're offering. Thank you.